Colin Monehen, standing for Labour in Church Langley. It's going to be a challenge, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that. No, be perfectly honest, this is the safest Tory ward in the whole of Harlow, and for this ward to fall to me would be a catastrophe for the Conservatives, and is extremely unlikely. I know that, but the reality is this is my community. My little girl goes to the preschool, my stepson's in the primary school, and my partner works here, and I live just over the border now into Newhall, so this is where I put myself forward.
It's no coincidence, I guess, we're even on a Good Friday on a busy road in Church Langley Way. Traffic's a real problem about that. Is that something that you're looking at?
Well, traffic is a massive problem. Now, these elections are for Harlow District Council, as you know, but the roads are obviously the responsibility of Essex County Council. Now, I'm running my campaign because I want people to vote for me as a protest about the traffic on Church Langley and the fact that Essex County Council haven't made it a priority to get it sorted out. We've had a lot of warm words over a lot of years and nothing has been done. When I used to live down in Ashworth Place, I used to wake up in the morning and the first thing I'd do was check social media to see how many people were moaning about the traffic, because you have to give yourself an extra 45 minutes on every given day just in case this road along here is backed up. And there's been many times when I've pulled out of that road and it was backed up past there. And so God knows what the people down the bottom, how bad it is for them, but it's gone on for years and years and years. And every now and again there are some warm words and we'll speak to this person, we'll speak to that person, and nothing is done. I've put out some literature where I've suggested Chexit. I've not put that word in it, but it's basically Church Langley's second exit. And I'll be quite honest, I've come up with that just to get a little bit of attention, if I'm honest. I like a little bit of attention, as you can probably tell. But I'm not someone that wants a road for a road's sake. And if there is a less invasive way of them sorting out the traffic, then they need to get on and do it. But the people in Church Langley deserve better than being left in gridlock. And that's basically what I feel has happened.
So you said you're not a traffic management specialist, but
No.
would you have any idea of a vague idea, an outline of how they could solve this?
Well, I mean, it's easy for residents and myself to put forward suggestions. I mean, residents have suggested various things to me when I've been speaking to them on the doorstep. I had a suggestion put forward in relation to some filter lights turning right into London Road towards Newhall, which obviously there's been lots of talk about things being dangerous and rat runs. I don't think that would be one. And that potentially, if something had happened up at the roundabout, which has happened in the past. I remember one Saturday, and you probably covered it yourself, when there was a police incident up at the roundabout and we were all stuck here. I was due in London that day. I had to completely cancel my plans. If there'd been a filter light there turning right towards Newhall, people could have found a way out. And so that's one possibility. There are other possibilities as well, but obviously they all have an impact. And if there was a way to sort it out without a new road, then brilliant. But if that is the only way, then this thing can't be just left. There's obviously Old London Road going the other way, but that obviously potentially would cause a rat run into Church Langley, and that's a residential street, and so that wouldn't. And also we've got the far side by Henry Moore. There is a bridle path where a small one-way street, you know, with lots and lots of speed bumps, with a very low speed limit, with limited opening hours, that run down there and around the edge of the common towards the Three Horseshoes pub, potentially could be a potential way out. And it just seems to me that the traffic experts in the Highways Department at Essex County Council have not made us a priority. It's a safe Tory ward, and they've been too complacent in relation to it. You know, the occasional statement from them saying we've spoken to them is not good enough. People are stuck in traffic and they're angry about it, and they deserve better.
Changing the subject slightly, you're saying a safe Tory ward. We're here in Church Langley, Newhall, Gildon Way, the whole area, part of the changing nature of Harlow. How can, I know you're standing in Church Langley, but can Labour, can a sort of Jeremy Corbyn's Labour speak to people here?
I think the reality of the situation is that I think that the problems that exist in our country eventually will speak to everyone. I'm a criminal solicitor. I only got back involved in politics because they came for me, and 40% cuts, and I was thinking about making staff redundant that I'd known for many years, and things have became financially difficult for me. That's what got me back involved. I was like everyone else, politics, I don't want to know. I want to get on with my life. So that's what got me back involved. But the rise of food banks is disgusting. We've got homelessness going up. We're the fifth richest economy in the world. I've owned a number of properties in my life, but when I look at my children growing up, I'm wondering, are they ever going to be able to get on that property ladder? And unless something's done about it, unless we change the direction we're going in, they're going to have problems in relation to doing that. It's very easy for people that have gone before to say, I did it on my own. But when you've got the house prices as they are at the moment, unless a significant amount of social housing is built, then that's not going to change, and our children are going to have it harder than us, and that can't be right.
We'll go far right. We're here to talk about Church Langley.
Yeah,
I couldn't help the conversation that was going on before just as I turned up.
Yeah.
It was about Brexit, and it immediately almost, I think you might have said, the two people, one was getting very angry very quickly about being betrayed. That's real 2019, isn't it? And is that healthy for people to feel so angry about something like that?
No, I mean, you didn't see it, but the other gentleman that came up was very angry to start with as well. He was a Remainer, but it was a real microcosm. Obviously, I was waiting to speak to you, had my rosette on, and the first gentleman approached me to speak to me about Brexit. There was a lot of anger on that side. And there's a lot of anger in relation to the politicians letting us down, and I can understand that.
But do you feel either one of them, they're just not listening? They're so angry. It's almost like a public order offence. Nobody's listening here. They're just so angry.
But there's a degree of that to it. But what's happened in the past is that we've settled those things through democracy. We've had a vote, and then we've all stuck by it. I'm not a fan of the Tory party, but when the Tory party win, I'm not standing in front of Theresa May's car as it's driving up to Buckingham Palace. It's trying to stop it, because the reality of the situation is democracy has made that decision. And so I think what's on the Leavers' side is they feel is that decision was made, and now other people are trying to frustrate that, and I can completely understand that.
Finally, back to Church Langley.
Yeah.
If you lose, are you here for the long haul? Would you like to stand again and continue to be involved in local politics?
This is my area. I'm involved. I don't mind the flack that I get. I mean, you've probably seen some of the flack I get on social media. I got thrown out of Join If You Live in Church Langley for voicing a political opinion, and then started the Church Langley and Newell Residents Group on Facebook. It's now got 1,850 members. And, I don't mind anyone getting on their soapbox and anyone telling me their opinion. And if it's different to mine, that's fine.
Colin, thank you very much for your time.